Why do we enjoy horror? What makes us like it? What makes it violently fun? Why do we play this? Horror is by all means weird. The sheer concept of enjoying unenjoyable feelings is weird. This video is gonna sound deranged, and it might be. But I needed to know there is something about this that I enjoy. I'm not the only one. Horror has argumentally never been this popular. Evil Dead Rise saw X, Scream 6, Megan, Totally Killer, Outlast, Amnesia, Alan Wake, Resident Evil 4, The Substance, Terrifier 2 and 3, and A Violent Nature, Dead Space, Dredge the day before. This list of horror media is limited to the last 3 years, and it is far, far from exhaustive. It's far from everything I've been swimming in these last few months, and it's far from the bestest of horror fiction. Don't mind my sanity, I love it, but should I? Should we enjoy this? Should the killer fantasy be explored? Should it be engaged with? Is it completely harmless, or is this a sinful pleasure, something that robs me of my humanity? Too much of a good thing is bad. Is too much of a bad thing worse? How much can we really separate reality from fiction? How bad is it for the world? Many questions that have been crawling in my mind these last few months. Many questions that have been scaring me, really scaring me into thinking that maybe I'm not good and that I'm not the only one. I won't act like this video is gonna answer all these questions, but I will try to understand them. What would happen if this were me? This is the question your brain asks when you feel scared or disgusted by what you see, but yet you still look. This is what morbid curiosity is, the interest in something potentially dangerous. You do it because it allows your brain to learn. In order to master fear, one must first experience it. You can enjoy negative sensations because you can learn from them, and learning has been all but proven to be intrinsically valuable. Now, you wouldn't go on the front lines of a war purely because you want to learn how to survive it. But what if you didn't have to go? I can stay here and enjoy it. That's why we enjoy fiction, and more precisely horror, all the positives of an experience without the lasting consequences of them.
You know, your brain sort of feels like it's getting a good deal because you're safe, yet you're learning about something that typically would be very costly to learn about.
But Carrion isn't asking exactly the same thing when it asks, what would happen if this were me? Oh no, Carrion is not interested in scaring you. It's horror, it's much more projected than received. Reverse horror, they call it. I don't think the "it really makes you feel like insert favorite character here" phrase can be better associated than it can with Carrion. Making you control a senseless blob of flesh and teeth like bones. There is nothing to be afraid of because there is nothing to feel, nothing to be inspired from, no despair, no hope. There is no sense of self. It constantly and slowly gets stripped from itself and persistently gets more of it. There is no me, only it, and it is splitting, dripping, spreading. It is nothing more than a ship of Theseus of ever-changing guts and gore. But it is controlled by you, the player. You are human. You would know that when you pull the strings of it, you are committing atrocities. But Carrion doesn't wish you to care. It wants the absolute cruelty of humans, the one only achievable through a wide perspective, a perspective too wide even, a perspective fundamentally disconnected from life. Press a button here and tens of thousands of people die over there. This is what Carrion does to you. Most games want to pull you in, Carrion pulls you out. Its side view perspective distances you from the despair, it distances you from the act, it distances you from the situation, which is oh so fucked. And your perspective is not limited to it. You can see around corners and even walls. How could they possibly win when you are the ultimate? You are God, and in Carrion, God does not care. He puppets, no you, puppet around the emotionless embodiment of death. You want to destroy everything, possess everything, kill everything. Your horror is violent, messy, ruthless, and when you're done, peaceful. Carrion doesn't end. You have nurtured it, and it you. The blob is now freed, and God cuts the blood strings of the it as you look upon a lost world. A world you don't want to rule, only kill. You wish you could go further, do more, kill more, but to what end? There never was an end. In that sense, the title takes all its meaning. A kill is nothing more to you than another small victory, a really small victory to no goals at all. As well for you than it. It's only a step after another, and another, and another. Kill and carry on. Carrion is not inherently scary, disgusting, or stress-inducing, but yet I enjoyed it. And because of that, it is undeniably horror. From my enjoyment then came fear. Am I a fundamentally bad person? Are these feelings or absence thereof something I have deep within me? Something that media like these can make resurface? Or is the fact that I'm even asking this question makes me somehow immune from these emotions? The freedom to consume all of it all at once carefree, does it come at a price? At this point, I am desensitized to a lot of horror, as if something as inhuman as this is something you could just get used to, but I am used to it. So the next steps are simple, more realism, more violence, more horror. How else can I feel scared? But what's the limit? How free can you be from fear? What things does such a freedom enable you to do? I'm not sure it's a question I want to find the answer to. Morality isn't the only thing that keeps people from doing these things. The fear of not living our lives is sufficient. Whether trapped in jail or under the ground, we don't want it. Ironically enough, we want uninterrupted freedom. Why ironic? Because to me it does seem like the common denominator of killers. The freedom. More specifically, freedom of self. They have no fear of being caught or feeling bad or dying. There's nothing, no life or love they may want to keep enough that could prevent their knife from coming down. So inevitably, it must. Ultimate freedom shall only exist in a heart that already decided it doesn't want to beat. A loveless mind that can afford the unaffordable price of death. You're left with evil, consuming evil. Charles Whitman wasn't evil. From his own account, he didn't hate his wife or his mom or the people who died that day. He had a tumor that pressed against his amygdala. His emotions and behaviors were compromised, and so he did what he did. But what if hate was responsible for taking that love away? Being in a world you want to destroy, fully knowing you're part of that world. You've become consumed by hatred, and by it you want to see all the love die. You can shoot it, blow it up, stab it, run it over. You have freedom of choice. So why choose? Hatred is a game that isn't fun. Oh, but am I not having fun? What twisted human fantasy could lead up to such a game? A game where the objective isn't to get out or survive, it is to die. It is for everyone to die. The game asks one single thing of you: make everyone die. In the end, you win. Evil consumes everything. Here I'm left wondering, what was the point? Freedom was the point. Freedom to interact with sensations that maybe shouldn't have been interacted with. Freedom to spend a Sunday afternoon playing the role of something I despise for entertainment, as if morality didn't exist. Freedom to destroy an entire world that I don't care about with hatred that was somehow inside of me. I found hatred to be the most terrifying game out of the three I'm talking about today. I'm not sure why, maybe because of the human aspect of it or the realism, but I think some of it is because it's like the ending that Carrion doesn't allow us to see. It's the freedom that we acquired for the thing that we can't get in that game. The same freedom I wanted so. Hatred starts us out there, with death and the power to spread it, the freedom to spread it. So we do. There's a shiver running down my spine knowing that somewhere in our world, the real world, something not too different from that might be happening, and that this game reflects the twisted nature of our secluded pulsions, and that it somewhat taps into them. I'm scared that some people might have an unconscious hatred for a world they don't want to fight for, only kill. Hatred frees you of responsibility and asks you to kill. In Carrion, you're not asked to kill, you just accept that you will. But what if you needed to? What if it was about survival? What if from the first second of your life to the last it was kill or be killed? Would killing someone be bad or would it be justified? If not someone, maybe something. We as humans almost haphazardly determined that killing things over others was okay. You do it every day without even noticing by walking on plants and ants. But the line between what is okay and not okay seems a bit blurry. Killing a cow or a deer seems normal, but dogs aren't? But isn't that justified, or did we just accept that it's part of humanity? Did we build that morale, or is it just the way it is? What if there weren't a morale? What if killing was just a part of being you? If a tiger kills someone in the wild, would it feel natural to you? Would you be okay with it? What if it were a friend? Or let's see how dark we can go, a child? Or what if you were the predator? Would you feel a tangible pleasure out of taking a life, human or not? In this case, the tiger just did what its instinct taught it to do. It did it before and is still alive because of it. Why would it stop winning? In that, competition takes its form. It's no longer about learning, it's about winning. The prey needs to stay alive and the predator needs it not to. But sometimes both parts can be both prey and preyed. Who is capable of eating whom? If you won this battle for your life, what would you feel? Remorse? Regret? Hell no, you'd feel powerful, superior joy. Now, most animals aren't necessarily capable of such emotions, but studies have shown that they feel some kind of reward, some kind of achievement, and something not dissimilar to pleasure when conquering their prey. But as much as the end of staying alive justifies the means of killing, we humans can still look upon the bloody corpse of a prey and feel horrified. But it's been shown many times that in that situation we'd do the same. Would we feel the same? Or would we just feel horror? Fatwig Bayou isn't exactly horror. I'm not even sure if Maneater is horror at this point. It's too funny, or at least it's not trying to be the opposite. From pop references to the hilarious self-awareness of the narration, Maneater undermines its horror at every turn, but somehow that feeling that I had with Carrion of being responsible and yet unbothered with my actions carried over. Sharks aren't what the public believed they were 20 years ago. They don't have much enthusiasm towards killing humans at all. It seems we're more keen on doing it ourselves than they are. But one thing for sure is that they make one hell of a movie. There is an observation that I have which I didn't see discussed much around Jaws. We just kind of assume that Bruce here likes to eat swimmers. Survival was never a question. What's the quote? There's a lot of fish in the sea. Exactly. Why would sharks even bother with us? Why would Bruce even care about a little piece of Brody? Now I'm not taking away anything from this masterpiece of a movie, but the question lends itself perfectly to Man-Eater. In Man-Eater, you never have to kill humans besides a few missions. For the most part, you can progress and evolve by just eating fish and staying underwater. Even if not voluntarily, the game literally gives you no reason to come out. Hell, it actively deters you from doing so. It's simpler to stay underwater. Moving on land sucks. There's no suffocation to worry about, no hunters coming after you, and there isn't a single resource that you can't get underwater. Interestingly enough, for a game called Man-Eater, you'd think they'd want you to eat as much man as possible as soon as possible. But contrary to the name of the game, Man-Eater isn't actually about just eating man, but anything really. anything that lives in you, you also live. You quickly realize in Fatwig Bayou that if you don't eat it, it will eat you. Your first breath in this hellishly green water is one of insecurity. The only thing you can do is hope and pray that you aren't the weakest prey around. You swim, you stalk, and inevitably, you strike. There it is. The first thing you've done. The first thing you know you can win. So let's fucking go. You've made continuous advancement in the food chain, and at every turn, danger was still always waiting, so you kept going. You now prey upon old predators, and you are good. So good. This is natural. This is the process of your life. The chase, the fight, the fatality. Is this not enough? Oh, but you know exactly why you're here. You know exactly what's next. You know exactly what you've been craving this past hour. Then the question hits again. Why would you bother? It's easier to stay where you know you'll win. Oh, but that's the point, isn't it? It's not simple. It's almost not meant to be, but it was bound to happen. You've grown a lot, baby. And now, a little piece of Brody. To the shark, it's meat. To you, victory. There is no extrinsics to eat he over it, but he is so human, real, alive. He is so scared. You can throw them, chomp them, drown them. Let's not act as if the title was the one responsible, or curiosity, or Jaws. Back then we couldn't. Then we won again and again, and now we can. The screams, the blood, the bones. It's all there to remind you that you are more powerful. Powerful is control, and control is fun. There is no morality. After all, you're a shark. A very powerful shark that feels the pleasure of winning at every kill. You were never responsible. The bayou is. The fact that to survive you had to do what you did, and that now, it's all you know. You had to become a monster. How can you go back now? Especially since it feels so good. Not only do we feel a pull towards violence and horror for the sake of learning, but part of our enjoyment of horror comes from fantasizing about the ultimate victory which our human morale prevents us from seeking. Competition is part of being human, and there is nothing more competitive than a battle of lives. A battle that the shark has won, and somewhere in our id, we want to be that shark. That's what is so scary to me. This is why reverse horror terrifies me more than traditional received horror. Becoming a monster frees you of yourself. In better words, it frees you of what makes you human, your morale, love, and care for the world. I did say we want the freedom to live. Yes, there is a psychological reason for self-preservation, but more importantly, it comes from a place of love. The love we have for the world and the people in it. What they can create and receive, what they can accomplish, and what they can feel. I find this to be my safety net when it comes to horror corrupting my mind. As long as I love this world with all my soul, there is nothing that could justify me hurting it. I find this to be my answer to why I like horror. People worked hard, gave up a lot of time and a part of their souls to create an artistic moment that no matter how awful and horrid the things it depicts are, we as humans somehow make it good. We do the thing we've done effortlessly since the dawn of us. We took the fullness of humanity and made it art. We write it, frame it, share it, talk about it, improve it, laugh from it, cry by it, meet over it, and there is nothing more human. There is safety in not only feeling joy or happiness, but also despair and fear. If I'm to live in this world that I know is worth living for, I want to feel all that I can feel. This is freedom. And the deep fear of playing these games also made me realize that even if made out of fear or pain or malice, horror is human. So why do I like horror? I enjoy humans, I enjoy music, I enjoy stories, I enjoy creating, I enjoy thinking, I enjoy playing, I enjoy living. Why wouldn't I like a bit of fear too? This is a very subjective point of view, but using the scariest horror experiences I have ever felt through art allowed me to understand my relationship with art furthermore. Is art like this bad for me? I don't know. And it is scary, but what I get out of it, it can't be. It's too precious, it's too transcendent, it's too important. Giving up horror out of fear would be giving up a part of the world and a part of me. Giving up my enjoyment of fear wouldn't restore my humanity, it would compromise a part of it. I want you to leave this video hopeful. These last couple of years have been scary ones, the type of scary you can't get with a video game or a book. But that means that more than yesterday, today needs your soul, whatever you can give. Maybe it's a smile or a coin, but it might be a poem to a dear one, a book you can't quite finish, or a song that could finally be sung for the first time. You owe it to your uniqueness to give the world what only you can give it. You owe it to your heart to feel and to express what you felt. If it's your horror, then so be it. It won't be for everyone. It shouldn't. But even if only for yourself, it will be for someone. From that sentiment, I did the video you're watching right now. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed being scared with me today. If you weren't, it's fine. Really, I'm just happy you're here. Thank you for watching, and thank you for existing in this big, beautiful, scary place that we all collectively call home. And happy Halloween. Hey, this video was very fun to make, and I'm happy that I'm really starting to find my voice in this weird genre of art that are YouTube videos. I've already thanked you for your time, but I want to add that if you have anything to say about the subject, don't keep it to yourself. I'm very optimistic about YouTube becoming a platform inviting discussions around art in the future, and it's what I want to build on this channel. Regardless of bots and rage baits and AI, I want social media to become social again. I don't really care about the amount of views or likes I'm getting, even if it's fun to see small number go big. But no, I care more about the value I can get out of each opinion on a subject I care dearly about. I know not everyone has a positive relationship to horror, and everyone has a different view on, well, anything really, so that's why I really want to hear yours. For the people interested that don't like YouTube comments, I have left my Discord in the description. Feel free to share ideas and opinions and even criticism if you have some. I can take it. Anyway, that's it. So, yeah. Goodbye.